Azure Function app is a serverless compute service that enables you to run small pieces of code, known as functions, without the need to explicitly provision or manage infrastructure. It allows for a more focused development experience and is designed to accelerate the development of small, single-purpose functionalities. Types of Azure Function apps. 1. Consumption plan, scales automatically and you only pay for what you use. 2. Premium plan, provides additional features like enhanced performance, net integration, and better scaling options. 3. Dedicated plan, runs on dedicated VMs, providing maximum scale and integration capabilities. Features: trigger-based execution. Functions can be triggered by various Azure services, HTTP requests, or custom implementations. Language support. Functions can be written in multiple languages like C#, JavaScript, Python, and more. Integrated environment, easily integrates with other Azure services and third-party services. Monitoring and logging, built-in integration with Azure Monitor and Application Insights. DevOps integration, C/CD support via Azure DevOps, GitHub, etc. Triggers. Azure Function apps offer a versatile range of triggers that can initiate the execution of your function. Let's delve into the various types of triggers available. HTTP trigger. An HTTP trigger is activated by HTTP requests. This is commonly used for building serverless APIs and webhooks. Timer trigger. Timer triggers execute functions at specific intervals, defined using cron notation. This is useful for scheduling regular tasks like data cleanup or batch processing. Blob trigger. A blob trigger fires when a new or updated blob is detected in Azure Blob Storage. This is often used for image or document processing pipelines. Queue trigger. Queue triggers respond to messages that arrive in an Azure storage queue. This is useful for asynchronous task processing. Table trigger. Although not a native trigger, you can configure Azure Functions to respond to changes in Azure table storage using input and output bindings. Cosmos DB trigger. This trigger fires when there are changes to a specified Azure Cosmos DB container. It's useful for real-time data movement and transformation. Event Hub trigger. Event Hub triggers respond to events delivered to an Azure Event Hub. These are commonly used for real-time analytics and dashboarding. Service Bus trigger. Service Bus triggers react to messages sent to Azure Service Bus queues or topics. Ideal for implementing message-based architectures. Event Grid trigger. Event Grid triggers are activated by events delivered to Azure Event Grid. This is useful for event-driven architectures and can handle events from various Azure services. IoT Hub trigger. IoT Hub triggers execute when an IoT device sends a message to Azure IoT Hub. These are typically used in IoT solutions for data ingestion or command execution. Signal Route trigger. Signal Route triggers enable real-time communication in serverless applications. It responds to events in an Azure Signal service, such as connection or disconnection events. RabbitMQ trigger. This trigger listens for messages on a RabbitMQ queue, a popular open-source messaging broker. Kafka trigger. Azure Functions can be triggered by events in a Kafka topic. Kafka is a distributed streaming platform often used for building real-time data pipelines. Capacity. Azure Function apps can scale automatically based on the load. In a consumption plan, the platform automatically adds computational resources. For premium and dedicated plans, you can manually allocate resources. Purpose. Azure Function apps are ideal for tasks such as data processing, task automation, and real-time file processing. They serve to execute small units of work in response to events. Usage. 1. HTTP-based APIs, build RESTful services that scale automatically. 2. Time jobs, run functions at scheduled intervals. 3. Event processing, respond to events from Azure services like blob storage, Event Hub, etc. How to make use of it. 1. Create function app. Go to Azure portal and create a new function app. 2. Develop function. Use inbuilt code editor or external IDEs. 3. Set trigger. Choose what event will trigger your function. 4. Deploy. Deploy directly from the Azure portal or use DevOps pipelines. 5. Monitor. Monitor real-time metrics via Azure Monitor and Application Insights. Comparison among consumption plan, premium plan, and dedicated plan in Azure Function App. Azure Function Apps offer 3 distinct hosting plans to cater to different requirements: the consumption plan, premium plan, and dedicated plan. Each comes with its own set of capabilities and constraints, designed to serve unique operational needs. Here is a comprehensive comparison of these 3 plans. Consumption Plan 1. Scaling. Automatically scales based on the number of incoming events. 2. Cost. Pay only for the time your functions run. 3. Resources. Dynamic allocation without the need to reserve compute power. 4. State. Stateless functions. 5. Timeout. Maximum 5-minute execution timeout. 6. Net integration. Not natively supported. Premium Plan 1. Scaling. Scales automatically but also allows for manual scaling. 2. Cost. Higher base cost, but more features. 3. Resources. Reserved instances with more powerful compute options. 4. State. Supports both stateless and stateful functions. 5. Timeout. Up to 60-minute execution timeout. 6. Net integration. Supported. 7. Additional features. Enhanced performance, net integration, better scaling options, and enhanced storage. Dedicated plan. 1. Scaling. Must be manually managed, no automatic scaling. 2. Cost. Highest base cost as you pay for the VM instances. 3. Resources. Dedicated VMs. Full control over the environment. 4. State. Supports both stateless and stateful functions. 5. Timeout. No timeout limit. 6. Net integration. Supported. 7. Additional features. Maximum scale and integration capabilities, custom sizes, isolation, and full control over the environment. Summary: Azure Function App is a serverless compute service for executing small, single-purpose functions. 3 types of plans: consumption, premium, and dedicated. Features include trigger-based execution, multiple language support, and easy integration with other services. It can scale automatically based on computational load. Ideal for data processing, task automation, and real-time file processing. Functions can be triggered by HTTP requests, timed schedules, or Azure service events. You can develop, deploy, and monitor functions through the Azure portal, among other methods. HTTP, timer, blob, queue, and table triggers are commonly used for basic tasks and storage operations. Cosmos DB, Event Hub, and Service Bus triggers are valuable for more complex, enterprise-level solutions. Event Grid, IoT Hub, Signal, RabbitMQ, and Kafka triggers serve specialized needs, such as real-time communication or streaming data processing. Consumption plan, best for cost efficiency and auto-scaling but comes with limited features and constraints like a 5-minute timeout. Premium plan, offers a balanced mix of auto-scaling and manual scaling options, additional features like net integration, and up to 60-minute timeouts. Dedicated plan, ideal for enterprise-level solutions requiring full control over the environment, but at a higher cost and with the responsibility of manual scaling. Thanks for watching.